So what problems with sizing have you guys had? I'm now learning that like most leaks come when people choose the wrong sizes. And so what I thought was like really interesting about that is sometimes it's not even the product or the product not working well. It's just, something really fixable like sizing. And sizing is so important because if you're wearing the wrong size, then the technology that like wicks moisture from skin and then holds it won't work right, won't work as well if your brief is too tight and or too big. And if it's too large, then it won't stop leaks, right? So the leaks will then still happen. And so like one of the problems that I had with mommy was that she has like a really small waist, right? But she had a little junk in her trunk, right? And so making sure that we got something that would fit her waist and also the supply that she had took a lot of researching and time and just trying to find the right product. We do have a question that's coming over. Dad has lost a hip joint due to MRSA, so one side didn't write anymore. I think there is a typo in that, but that's really interesting, and I'm going to show you something with the brief that could actually make that work. Am I going to put this on? I just might put this on by the end of this live so I can show you, because I don't have a mannequin here. But there's ways to, let me open it up. Yes. You have to like, I'm going to put this on. We're going to put it on. We're putting it on. We're putting it on. We're putting it on. This is what's happening. Okay, so what could help with something like that? Since there's two tabs here, you can cross one and make that go up, and then cross this one down so that the tabs don't go straight, but they make a cross pattern, which then helps tighten up that one hip more. I hope that that's helpful, because with the two tabs, that will create a more secure fit for that particular problem, which I thought was really interesting also. So like that makes it much tighter on that one side. I'm so happy that I was able to explain that. Okay, this is amazing for caregivers. As a former caregiver, wish I could have had education on incontinence, but with trial and error, I taught myself. You are a blessing to others and sharing your experience. Y'all, we are learning together. This is literally me like figuring it out as I go, and I'm happy that you guys are on this journey with me, and I'm happy that Carewell is like open to having me be here as they watch me and even like lead me somewhat into learning this so that I can help you guys, because I have absolutely stepped into a new passion. I just want to say, as I touch this pad, it's dry. It hasn't even been a half hour, but as I touch this pad, it's dry, which is the moisture wicking. And what it does is it wicks moisture and it pulls it from the skin and holds it in the bottom while also protecting the linen. We're not even at the underpad section of this, but I was just really impressed at how dry this is. Something that I think I really want to mention also is the product is made of like a cloth-like backing. And so it's not that like plasticky sounding material that like when you walk it sounds like you're wearing a trash bag, which is like great for dignity also and helping your elder maintain their dignity, because no one wants to like walk around sounding like they have on incontinence wear, right? And so I just thought that them being aware of what the product even sounds like is really important. Even like when sleeping, not being woken up by like crunch, 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 crunch. That's important too, right? Fit right. Yes, yes, yes. Greetings and love from Illinois. Hey, Illinois. We got some thumbs up. Thank you. That's smart. I love this. Yay. You did great. Thank you. This is amazingly helpful. Oh, this makes me so happy. So glad we can help educate caregivers together. Thank you, Carewell. All right, let's read some comments. My mom would love those. Where can I get them? You can get them at carewell.com. Make sure you use code MOMOFMYMOM10. That's my code, yes. Code MOMOFMYMOM10 for 10% off of your first order over $50. I should have put that in the thingy, but I'm going to pin it right now. Code MOMOFMYMOM10. It popped up already for 10% off first order at carewell.com. So make sure you go to carewell.com, and that's where you can find the Cardinal products. And I do want to, I'm going to pin that comment. Okay. And I do want to reiterate, which is like something I think is really important, is that these are the number one products used in facilities right now. So if you are taking your loved one to urgent care or any type of like trauma care, if they're going to be in a medical institution, these are the number one products used, and they're now starting to sell to the general market. And so this is their like first intro into the real world. So if you're on Mom of My Mom, you're kind of cool. We're kind of like new in the space. You can also call our care specialist at 855-865-1666, and they'll be more than happy to help you find the product. Thank you, Carewell. All right, she just has occasional accidents, but doesn't want to wear the normal Depends because of the sound and bulkiness. Well, you're actually leading us to our next product, which would be the adult protective underwear, which has the Breathe Easy technology also, which lets the air flow in and out. And it also has the vapor so it's moisture vapor permeable, which means that this too will let moisture vapors out so that the skin doesn't stay wet, which in turn is what causes IAD. Incontinence associated dermatitis. Hey! If I say that 4 more times, you guys got to give me all the hearts. You got to give me all the hearts. Nice. Thank you for this. Yes. And so this would actually be really perfect for your mom who has occasional accidents. This holds up to 600 milliliters of liquid. And if you don't know what a milliliter is, don't worry, I got that conversion for you. It's 2 cups. So it's about 2 cups of liquid. So something like this is what I would put on mommy during the day, because she, still had the urge to go to the restroom and still would take herself sometimes, but usually she would void mostly at night. And that's when something like this would be perfect, because the average human voids about 800 milliliters to 2,000 milliliters of liquid per day. And at the highest, which is 2,000, that's about 8 cups of water. This can hold that. This can hold the maximum amount that a person can void during a day. And so something like this, it's a bit more like heavy duty, but this would be like a perfect nighttime option. And again, for your mom, something like the adult protective wear, like this. It's light, it's thin, it's not bulky, it's silent. And so having something like this would be perfect for your loved one. Okay, I'm gonna look back at the comments, see how we are. You see me just like leaning all on, my shirt is all, I'm not picking up liquid from here at all. I am like leaning on it and everything, and there's just nothing. So let's get a little bit into the underpads. I have a video that I want to show you guys because I think these underpads are really cool. So this underpad can lift up to about 300 and so when I took notes, I read 350 pounds, but when I was researching online, it said 400. But I'm going to show you guys this video, okay? These underpads are approved for repositioning someone up to 400 pounds. As you can see, it can carry me and Dewey across my entire living room floor. These underpads are approved for repositioning someone up to 400 pounds. As you can see, it can carry me and Dewey across my entire living room floor. These underpads are approved for repositioning. Okay. Yeah, so I see a lot of questions. These are Cardinal. These are Cardinal, which is the #1 brand used in hospital settings, and they are now making their product available to the general population, caregivers like you and me. And so we're here to just kind of like share why they're the #1 used, and just sort of like teach you guys about what makes them such a great product. Now, you guys saw that this little old pad carried me, right? Carried me across my whole floor. You can reposition your loved ones who are maybe bedbound with these. They have the strength for that. But also what really stood out to me, well, what's currently standing out to me is that they're dry to touch. And so if your loved one does void overnight on this pad, you can be sure that the moisture won't stay. They won't stay lying in liquid the entire night, which causes skin breakdown. And what is that? It also causes what? IAD, incontinence associated dermatitis. Y'all don't come for me. Look, don't come for me. Don't come for me.